So it is 6:41 a.m. right now. I am gonna go ahead and wash my car because I do have a 4-hour drive to Houston. I'm about to go into work and go ahead and hit a 6-hour shift. I am headed over to Stans Nation Houston. We're gonna check out that event, see how I like it, and see the different variety of cars that we have down there. As for this car, she's always very filthy, guys. Just look at that. As clean as this interior is gonna get for this trip. So there is something I want to talk to you guys about today. It's basically a video I posted a while back. I got 2 videos that are going up there in views, and I've gotten a lot of people hitting me up on this. Should you buy a G37? That was one of my videos. The other video is a 1-year ownership with this car, so it pushes people to maybe want this car a lot more. One of the questions that I keep getting asked is, should you buy a manual or an automatic G37?
They want the best of me now. They want the best of me now.
I'm finally here in Houston. Let's go ahead and take a look at that view. Not too bad. Downtown Houston, I think, is that way. Wish we would have been on that side of the highway because last time I was here, there was a lot of people roll racing on there. Camera gear here. Already made myself at home, as you can tell. This is the new purchase right here that I bought. A Crane 3-axis gimbal. I'm gonna use this tomorrow and see how well it works. It's my first gimbal, so who knows? I might like it, I might not. At the end of the day, I have nothing to compare it to. So it's a start. Alright guys, one question that I keep getting asked way too much is, should I buy a manual G37? Here's the thing, you don't have to. I bought it because I found one for a cheap price. It was decently priced, so that's the reason I bought it. Otherwise, I would have just got an automatic one. I was actually looking at a G37S auto. It was about $2 more than mine. Decided to hop on the manual one because it was a little bit more rare. And I miss driving manual. That was until I started driving manual again. But you know what? I live with my choices, and I decided, you know, I gotta live with it. At the end of the day, I am happy with my choice. I was never considered buying a G37S in a manual form. My first option was a 2012 and up Civic Si. Reason I didn't buy one is I couldn't see myself paying 20 grand for a Civic. That's just my own personal input. It's gonna be a very underpowered car. So being that it was a very underpowered car, I didn't see myself buying a $20,000 car, investing maybe about another 2 grand for a K-Pro, intake, exhaust, the downpipe, and what, just to make maybe about what, 250 more horsepower, 220 if I'm lucky. I didn't see myself doing that. So that's why I decided to go ahead and get the G37. The G37 was around $12,000 after I kind of hustled them down. The reason I got a manual one is because I was already looking into a manual. Well, Civic SIs are all manual, but you get what I'm saying. So that's the reason I wanted to get a manual car. Now that I look back, would I do it again? Yes, I would, because it's a car that I've had so much fun with. Don't let my choices, you know, influence you to buy a manual one when you're not really comfortable driving a manual car. Learning how to drive manual in a G37 or even a 370Z might be a little bit over the top because you're still not used to the car. The clutch feels a little bit stiffer. If you start driving this car and then you start thinking all manual cars have a stiff clutch, and that's not the truth. You drive one car, you drive another, it's gonna drive completely different. The same thing goes for any 350Z or G37 that you drive. You drive the same car, it's not gonna drive the same. The clutch engagement point is not gonna be the same and stuff like that. You just gotta get used to it over time. So at the end of the day, make the decision of what you wanna buy. Don't let my actions influence you. I'm happy with my manual G37. If I had to do it again, I would choose it again, even though I have complained in the past about it. Even in automatic form, they are pretty quick cars, guys. From what I saw, a 2009 G37S was running a quarter mile at 13.3, if I remember correctly, well, from what I saw, or a 13.5. So it's not a bad car. I think that was in the automatic form. I'm not sure what times it is for a manual one. It might be a little bit slower because driver error. It's just something to consider when you're buying this car. If it's a car that you're just driving around and you want a good cruiser, get an auto car. If you want a car that you can have a little more engagement with a car, get a manual one. But don't go ahead and think that just because you have an automatic one, you're not a car guy, you're not a car enthusiast. I feel like this is something that's in our community right now where everybody has to drive a manual car. If not, you're looked down upon. At the end of the day, I don't care if you drive a manual or an automatic. It's about having fun, it's about modifying, it's about expressing yourself through a car. So just because I bought a manual car does not mean you have to. Don't go out there wasting your time and wasting your money buying a car that, you know, you just want because somebody else has it, or see the whole car enthusiast thing. You have to have a manual car to be considered a car enthusiast, and that's not true at all. Just take a look at a lot of the drag cars. A lot of those cars are automatic. One of the fastest Supras is automatic too. Off the dig, I'm gonna be honest with you. My car just either bogs or it spins. I need to get my launch down. If I was to just run a stock G37, I'm pretty sure off a dig, it would get me like that. And I'm being honest with you guys. I know where I'm at. I know where my car stands at, where my skills stand at the moment, because I haven't been practicing a lot on my launch. If it's a roll race, a whole different story. The only reason I'm giving this input is because I get this question asked a lot. Do you think I should buy a manual G37? My answer is no. My answer is always go out there, drive both, drive a manual, drive an automatic one, see which one feels better. I might enjoy driving my manual G37, but that doesn't mean you are. I'm gonna keep it real like I always do. If I drive my G37, which is a manual, or an automatic G37, I feel no difference. I actually feel more comfortable driving the automatic one, because the way the interior is designed, you feel like more like you want to be laid back, just chilling and cruising. You step on the gas and the car is easily going to pick up. Sure, there's that delay that everybody talks about, but 1-2 seconds, you think that's a big problem? It's really not. So this is just a thought that I had on my way here to Houston, because I've gotten about 4 or 5 of y'all asking me this question about, should I buy a G37 that's a manual or an automatic? Like I said, it's up to you. Drive them both. Don't make your decision on just driving one of them, because you might regret it at the end of the day. Give me your input down below. Let me know what you guys thought about this overall just little rant that I have. Tomorrow I'll be recording at Stance Nation Houston. I'm already here, like I said. Try out that new gimbal and see what footage I can get. I was also supposed to shoot a CTSB. I got that collaboration coming up as well. I'm trying to get 2 of my friends to come up and maybe do a photo shoot with them, a cinematic thing with 2 Civic SIs. So we got quite a few things planned. I just finished my last summer class. We got an 85 on my final. Not too happy about what I did the rest of the semester, but hey, if you ace the final, maybe she'll bump up that grade, right? With that being said, I hope you do guys subscribe, comment down below, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.
I'ma blow up. Yeah.